Good day, I am Rica Guillermo from BSHM 3D, and here's my reflection about COVID-19 crisis management, understanding the psychology of a crisis. As per Professor Michael Fries, here are the major points that he will discuss. Crisis, we feel overwhelmed by it. The issues of working memory and organizational rigidity. People do not easily understand exponential growth and the do's and don'ts of crisis management, and maybe some positive effects. All types of crisis is difficult. When crisis hits, we need to question ourselves on what we can do when crisis strikes. We need insecurity and secure answer for us not to think on what possible can happen. We can go through some emotional states, the negative one, and it can lead us to depression, breakdown, or it also can be a positively thinking, like innovation strategy on how we can start for a new beginning. Crisis can affect us people with positively, like you will think that even this crisis, we still manage to stand and start the new journey and learnings in preparation if ever this crisis happen again. But there's still a negative effect, like people will give up because they don't have the courage on where to start first, and so on and so forth. Also, Professor Michael said that the most important issue is that we have limited working memory, or when the crisis happen, we can think straight. We always overthink and getting nervous, and with that, we need to deal with our own stress, depression, anxieties, and negative thoughts. When you are dealing with many things in your mind, you are making mistakes because negativity controls your doings or routine. All of this, we must think newly on how to approach this kind of situation. When we already think positively, we can say that we can handle this, we don't feel threatened. But threatened are also can get overlooked. Or it can happen like Professor Michael said that constriction in control is the one reason, like when you're threatened, it causes centralization where other people in your organization can also be like you. They can be threatened as well, and when the most of people in your organizations are threatened, the reduce of participation will happen. They can participate well because their mind is full of worries, stress, and negative thoughts, and none of them can think straight of what plan we can think of for the solution. Of course, the rigid response or the proper way that we can cope this up is to focus on well-learned routine response or other way know what response it was. If all of your organization can cooperate, this may lead to additional crisis and threat. What we need to do to manage the crisis is first reduce working memory workloads, and secondly, keep your action capability intact. Crises are unexpected, we all know that, happenings, so we better learn or study all the ways on how we can get through this. Professor Michael said that always expect the crisis, it can happen anytime or even anywhere. We just need to reduce the negative consequences, and also we don't need to just focus on prevention of crisis, but still we need to focus on how we can manage the crisis, and here are some ways on how we can do that. First, avoiding negative consequences. It means that when we deal with crisis, we always think that crisis can happen anytime, anywhere, where we need to cooperate to whom that has capable to know what can do in times like this. Also, we need to find ways on how to reduce the negative consequences. Number 2, quick damage control, meaning don't let small problem become big. When you see small problem, correct it or find a solution as soon as possible. And number 3, reducing crisis, error, rigidity cascades, meaning like when what I've said, we need to find a way or how we can reduce the crisis errors and rigidity cascades. Number 4, reducing the occurrence of a future crisis and increasing management skills in the future. Meaning we need to avoid or reduce future crises, and hoping to increase management skill or to know the crisis and learn how to deal with it in the future. And that's all. Thank you.